Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan Zion. I talk about spirituality content, I talk about just current events going on in the world, and I really just talk about anything I want to talk about. So if that interests you, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and go ahead and subscribe, and let's jump right into this video. Alright, as you guys can already see in the title, today we're going to be talking about Euphoria. And Euphoria is one of those shows where you just never know what's going to happen next, to say the least. Euphoria is a really good show. The story's good. The characters are pretty cool. So let me just be honest about Euphoria, guys. I'm sorry, I can't be fake. Season 1 of Euphoria started off so well. I love the suspense. I love the suspense of Nate and his character dynamic with his father and the story with his father. I love the storyline with Cassie and Maddie, and I love the storyline with Rue, and I love the storyline with Jules. Like, I love the storyline with each character, with Kat, with just with so many characters on the show, with Fez. Like, I just really enjoyed season 1 of the show, and I just felt like the nudity, was a lot, and it was a lot to digest at first, because, you know, we come from a day and age of Degrassi, and in that day and age, it wasn't really nudity. They had a little vulgar scenes in there, and they had scenes that were very descriptive, as well as Euphoria, but Degrassi somehow find a way to make the students or the children's problems, it almost made it seem relatable in a way, because, you know, like, sometimes when you see some stories like a teen pregnancy at 16, or somebody who plays basketball and ends up in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, or somebody who just, like, somebody who's gay, and he finds his way along his 4 years of high school, and he joins so many extracurricular activities, and he begins to discover himself, and, you know, everybody has their own story. And it's not to say that Euphoria doesn't have a story. I feel like Euphoria started off very well, and it really captivated me each episode. I found myself wanting to come back, wanting to put 2 and 2 together, and wanting to see what was going to happen. But I feel like with season 2, you know, after the pandemic and all that stuff, you know, all those restrictions and all that confusion that was going on, I feel like they somehow just found a way to, like, put everything together, and that was it. Like, they put a story together and they filmed it. And, you know, I just feel like when it comes to the nudity, like, if I want to go see nudity as much as I see nudity on Euphoria, I would just go watch porn, because it's basically softcore porn, and it kind of, like, it's targeted to teens and, you know, children. It's targeted to teens and children because this is based on high school students after all. And, you know, it's just funny because the people who are playing those roles aren't even high school student age. I feel like, when are we going to start taking the initiative in Hollywood to cast young people who are new into the game, who are those ages, and who can portray these people, these roles that you're looking for? Like, why are we going for somebody who's 21 years old? Why are we going for somebody who's not even 21, who's 22 years old, who's 23, who's 24, who's 25, who's 26? Like, why do we have these people, these ages, playing these characters? And this story is based off of kids in high school. It doesn't matter if they're in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade. No, I will say, in high school growing up, I did see a lot of kids who were living that fast life. I understand, and it is realistic. But we also have to be mindful of the story that you're putting out to kids who don't live that type of lifestyle and who are seeing those things. Because, you know, most times, because it is, at the end of the day, it's a show and they do it for ratings, it is taken to the extreme, and they do things to get you to come back. And sometimes those extremes do happen in real life. I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we have to realize and recognize who we're targeting these things to. It is a good show. It's cool. It's fun to watch. But Euphoria teaches you nothing. And Euphoria just shows a perspective of somebody's life, a perspective of a fictional character's life, which the director has probably seen, the writer has probably seen play out in somebody else's life if he had not just came up with it in his head. You get what I'm trying to say? So sometimes we have to be careful about the things that we pour into our mind, because you will start to see it affect your real life. And not only that, you will start to, it can influence your choices. Whether your choices may be good or bad, that's not for me to decide, but it can influence things that you wouldn't normally do. And you have to be cognizant, and you have to be aware of what's going on and what's being shown to you, because you have to realize not only is it being shown through your eyes, it's being shown through your brain, and it's being captured and digested in your brain, and your brain has to sit with that. You know, it might go through one ear and come out the next. I'm literally channeling right now, but it's still being stored in your subconscious mind, and it could influence a decision that you can make. So that's just the truth. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and I want this to be a long video. This is just one for today's Monday. It's one to start off the week. Happy President's Day. Today's a beautiful morning. It's a nice shiny day at Florida. It's hot as usual, 89 degrees, but it's a little cool outside, so I'm here for it. But I hope you guys are having a great day, a great night, a great evening, whatever it is, whatever time it is that you're watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Comment below, tell me how you're doing. Good to see you guys again. Adios.